Hello. Hey. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. Good whatever the hell it is for you. I hope it's good. Happy Chinese New Year. There we go. Now I got a bit more light. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy start of Ramadan, I believe. I don't know. Happy everything. Happy whatever you feel like celebrating. Uh, what's going down on this lovely cold Wednesday? Dude, I'm freezing. I am freezing. It is miserable. I don't do well with this. I want it to be warm again. When is spring? When is summer? I got really enthusiastic. I thought it was springtime, but it is not springtime. It is cold time. China number one. Hey man, I'm down for celebrating everything that I can at the moment. The world is a bit of a wasteland, and I am choosing to just celebrate anything, anything that I can celebrate, because it keeps me happy, and it gives me a reason to go and buy a bottle of wine at the end of this. So, anyway. Hi everybody, it's me, Heather Courage. I am a 3D character artist, I do stuff. What am I? You guys should know this by now. Everyone should know this by now. I say it every time. I am a Women in Games ambassador, 3D artist, a speaker for the Rookie, CG Spectrum, and some universities within the UK. I am a ZBrush live streamer, and I'm also the founder and director of a studio called Firestorm Studio. Check us out on the links down below. Yada yada yada. You all know me by now. So yeah, we're gonna carry on with our girl. How's everyone else doing? What are you guys up to? Last week, someone told me that I talk too much. Do I talk too much? Do you want me to talk less? I'm very self-conscious about it now. I'm sorry if I talk too much. I've got things to say. Also, I've got procrastination to do, which is why it takes me so long to get anything done. But we are going to be working on our girly pop. She's going to be fabulous. That's what she's going to be. She's going to be fabulous by the time we're done with her. I actually just wanted to see like what sort of sizing she is. That's about right. Sort of. It'll do. It'll do. Body needs a bit of work, I'm not going to lie, but we are going to ignore that and just carry on. We're just going to ignore it. Okay, fine. We'll change some of the things. So we're going to change a few things about her body because I kind of rushed it. To be fair on myself, this poor girl only gets worked on when I'm actually on stream, which is not the best way to do things. Is this music too loud? I feel like it's too loud. I'm going to turn it down. We don't turn that down. You don't need music. You just need me. So there's a few things that I want to change about her because she has been very much done on stream only. She doesn't get worked on outside of the streams. And yeah, if you're streaming and also sculpting, sometimes things don't quite go according to plan because it's pressure, guys. It's pressure. But yeah, we're going to do some little fixes, some little tweaks, and then we're going to get back to doing her clothing. We're going to do some more sculpting on the clothes because I want to make clothing today. That's why. I'm done pretending that there's a solid reason for why I do things. The real reason is I do what I want. But yeah, I wanted to work on her clothing a little bit today because I feel like it needs to be done. Haven't worked on it in a while, so hey, look at that. Nightbot is trying to get you to do stuff. Go and learn ZBrush with ease somewhere. Also, ZBrush iPad tutorials are available over there. Go and click those links. Go and check them out. Definitely don't talk too much. Listen to your rambling whilst I work. If you didn't talk, I might as well listen to the paint dry. Your voice is never too much for me. Ah, honey, you're so sweet. I've got nothing really cool to talk about at the moment. Actually, no, I lie. I do. I've got cool things to talk about. So, thing number one. Thing number one is I will be doing a talk with Solent University in the UK, which I'm very excited about. I'll be doing a talk with those students in March. And then I'll also be doing a live demonstration with them. So I will be doing a masterclass on sculpting with those guys as well, which is quite fun. And I'm quite looking forward to it. So that's That's good news. That's nice. We like good news. We like nice. And then, in other exciting-ish news, I will be at the Guildford Games Festival this Friday. So if you are in the UK, or if you're not, you should move to the UK. If you are in the UK and you want to come and meet me, come on down to the Guildford Games Festival. I will be there along with some of the other Firestorm Studio members. And we will be hanging out, checking out what Guildford's got on offer. And also, I will have a pack of the amazing Firestorm Studio cards. So if you want to start your collection, come and check us out. So we're just going to like tweak her face a little bit because I'm not happy with how the angles are working out. She's got like a really, 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 really pointy chin, which I'm not going to do because I just don't like how artificial it is. Like it's too artificial for me. So we're not going to do that. I'm just going to sit here like poking and prodding at things. So yeah, tell me what you guys are up to. What are you working on? What are you doing? What have you done over the week? I haven't seen you all in a week. Well, some of you I saw yesterday. Some of you I saw yesterday. Some of you I did not. Where were you? Why weren't you there? You got to come and give me moral support for all my streams. I need someone to ramble at. Holy shit, I might actually have a quiet stream this time because I actually do need to get some work done. I actually do need to focus and do stuff. Meanwhile, on my other channels, I've been working on doing some texturing, which has been fun. It's been going relatively well. Relatively. I haven't died yet, so that's a good start. Although the baking did nearly kill me. It was nearly the end of days for me. Quiet today, guys. Who's here? Sound off in chat. Give me something to talk to. Someone to talk to. You know I like being able to chat with you guys. Let's make her less traumatizing. We're obviously going to thicken these out and like adjust them as we go, but I want them kind of in the right places for now. Kinda. Kinda. Panda Ant. That's a great name. Hi, Panda Ant. How did you become a ZBrush mentor? By practicing. Do you mean how do I how did I end up over here on this channel? Is that what you mean? Or how did I end up mentoring? Because I also do mentoring for students. So I teach ZBrush to students as well outside of this. But to become a streamer, a ZBrush live streamer, that was tenacity. Tenacity. I wanted it really badly. So I kept on practicing my skill. It was something that I kind of set as a goal for myself very early on in my career. And I did a lot of practicing. I made sure that I was advertising myself really well. I practiced streaming on my other channels as well. So I got into doing streaming there. And then eventually I got in touch with Ian, who runs everything, and asked Ian if I could be a member of the team. And he said yes. So, which was one of the best days of my life. I love being here. I love being able to stream with you guys. It's fun. It's nice. It's nice. Tony Brutal. Tony's a good name. I like that. Hey, Tony Brutal. How you doing? Hello. What can you tell us about the best method for hair? It depends on what you're making the hair for. Are you making it for a stylized character? In which case, sculpting is the answer. If you're going for a realistic character, you're probably going to want to do either XGen or hair cards. If you are doing animation, you could do XGen. If you're doing games, I would go with hair cards instead because it's a little bit more efficient. On the other hand, if you're like me, you're going to go with sculpting because hair cards are painful. I don't like doing hair cards. Hola. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Hi. Hello, teacher. Oh, that's cute. Hi. Hi, guys. Yay. I've got people here. I'm not alone. It makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself quite as much, which, you know, I do that anyway. You all talk to yourselves when you work, right? It's like, it's the normal thing to do. I feel like her nose is too inset or something. I don't know. It's not good. Ah, Pixelpunk. Hi, Pixelpunk. Thank you for the recommendation about the anatomy book. You bought it last week and it's so good. Yes, I'm so happy you got it. It is good, right? I'm stoked. I'm so glad that I could help someone. That's so nice. It makes me really happy when I get to like help other people. It's part of why I do these things. Like I like it. Again, I was really lucky when I was learning. I had people that were willing to help me and willing to teach me and willing to go through all those things with me. And that's why I do it as well now, because I like the idea of being able to give back to other people that are also wanting to learn, and making sure that I'm doing my bit for the next round of artists that are going to make their appearances. Hey, Rishi. Do you also know how to draw? Not really. I mean, I draw. I do draw. I've always drawn stuff. I don't draw anything like stylized art or anything like that. My drawings are quite weird and a little bit dark. But I haven't drawn in a very, very long time, actually. I should probably draw again at some point. At one point, I was doing a lot of drawing and a lot of 2D stuff. None of it particularly good, but it was there. Whereas now I haven't done anything in a very, very long time. I always get stuck with this where like her face ends up wrong. I don't know how to explain it more than just like it's not right. She's got no flesh. She's got no cheeks. Maybe it's just that her eyes are too big. Now she looks like she's got a weird mouth. You can draw. I can't. I mean, I try to. Wow, I've really screwed up her face. This is the problem. Like, I get into talking and then I kind of distract myself. I think I overdid her cheeks. She's starting to look a bit like a frog. Let's go back. Let's go back. We're all the way back at the beginning. Back at the beginning. Start again. Yeah, there was something. So what I wanted to fix with her is over here. This cheek line here is not right. It's giving me bad juju, basically. Basically that. And then I got carried away and started fixing and tweaking other things, which I didn't actually need to be doing. So we're going to just, I'm going to stop fiddling with it and just get on with things. How about that? How about I just stop messing around and actually get on with my work? Your work is absolutely fantastic. Greetings from Argentina. Hi from Argentina. Thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. I appreciate it. Hey, Andre. Holy shit, dude. Yeah. Everyone say hi to Andre. He's amazing. Hey, 3D Vanek. Nice. Hello. I'm thinking about sending my portfolio to some studios. Maybe I don't have enough skill yet, but after all, they don't charge money for it. Yeah, do it. Or, reach out. A lot of streamers are happy to do reviews. It gives us something to talk about. So you can always contact like streamers and stuff. I know I was considering doing a whole stream dedicated to just like reviewing people's work for them. For no other reason than it saves me having to actually think of something to stream, to be honest. So yeah, you can always get someone to review your work and maybe give you some tips before you send it out, or just, you know, crack on and send it out to people. If you don't ask, you don't get. You know, that's the whole thing with it. Like when I wanted to be a ZBrush live streamer, I made it my mission that I wanted to do it. So I started off by getting my own channel up and running, getting some practice in there. Once I knew what was going on with that and once I understood how to do streaming, I then got I spent basically 2 weeks where I streamed every single day and tagged ZBrush in it every single day. And I got the audience to go and write me recommendations to ZBrush, recommending me as a person that they would want to have as a streamer as well. And I literally basically annoyed everyone until they let me in. So so try that, you know, give it a shot. You never know. They're either going to say yes or they're going to say no. And if they say no, well, at least you tried. It doesn't matter. Like, getting told no is not the worst thing that can happen in your life, right? It'll be okay. It'll be okay if they say no. Since you mentioned anatomy books, what's your opinion of an anatomy for sculptors book? That's crazy. That's literally the one that is that the one we were talking about? No, you're talking about the one that's online, the online anatomy for sculptors collection, which you can also buy as a book, I think. It's brilliant. It's really good. Also follow them on Instagram. You can get tips and tricks on Instagram. They do like daily little tips and tricks, which is nice. I'm working in architectural visualization. Oh, nice. But learning game dev. Do you think background in 3ds Max? Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. There's space for that. Absolutely. You have more background in it than I did when I got into this. When I first got into game dev, I had no background in anything. I just landed there. So yeah, definitely any background's going to be helpful. Sometimes the imaginary chosen is evil looking at the ZBrush showcases. Minus I appreciate the platform. Oh, good work on 3D, but I'm UI UX designer. Oh, that's cool though. If I wasn't gonna do 3D, I wanted to get into doing the UI UX stuff. It's fun. It was always my favorite thing. Like when I was working for a studio and I was working doing testing for them, it was always one of my favorite things to go and test and hang out with those devs and kind of work with them. It might also have just been that those devs were really friendly and really nice. You may be wondering what I am doing here. And the answer is I'm not entirely sure. We're doing something. Oof. What is going on? Why have we got such weird geometry here? Geometry, why? Oh, that'll work. So all I'm doing at the moment is procrastinating while I think about what I'm actually going to do on the stream. I'm busy laying out some very basic hairlines that I'm going to use for when I do sculpting of the hair later on. You can see like it's literally just block out at this point. So I'm procrastinating is the real answer. That's what that's what I'm really doing. I'm just procrastinating. Oh, it's pink. I like it. So last week when I was on stream here, I did a bit of a showcase on how to do hair and what the general plan is for the hair. So if you are interested in seeing a bit of more of an in-depth tutorial about it, you can go check that out. But yeah, we're going to carry on doing this, I think. We're going to mess with hair for a little bit, and then I'm going to go and do some of the clothing that I threatened to do earlier. So we'll get to doing some clothing. And yeah, we'll just see where the day takes us, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of, we're going to chill. 18 years of experience. You're fine. You'll be all right. Don't worry. You got this. I had zero experience. I came from a totally different industry, a totally different lifestyle. I had nothing to do with the games industry for most of my life. I only got into the games industry and art and all the rest of it 2020. 2021-ish. 2021 is when I first like ended up working in the industry, doing QA work and testing and customer support and all the rest of that, tech support and crap like that. And then I went to school to learn how to be an artist, and that's pretty much it. From there, I graduated, started working on various projects, got involved with different things, started running my own studio crazily. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm glad I made the career switch. This is much more fun. Like, life can't be bad when you're busy making pretty girls, right? That's nice. Please accept my comment. Oh, what was your comment? Sigma Attitude. What's the comment? What was the comment? Good work on 3D, but I'm a UI UX designer. Don't know what I need to expect on that, but I don't know what you need. Sorry, bud. Sorry. I wish I was more help, but I'm not. Let's see. Why is this one a separate piece? Oh, because it's the one that I was messing around with. Everything always looks so much nicer when you hit dynamic and suddenly like smooths and looks all pretty. Hey Heather, is freelancing a better option or working with a studio? It depends on many different factors, and it depends on who you are as a person and what you're comfortable with and what your needs are and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I like freelancing. I really enjoy freelancing. I find that freelancing gives you freedom to do what you want to do. So you do get like, okay, freelancing. You get the option of picking whatever projects you want to work on rather than just being told what you're working on, which is cool. On the downside, if there are no projects, you got no work, which is less cool. The upside is you are not reporting into a boss every day, which is cool. The downside is you are now your own boss, which is not cool because, trust me, if you think that having a boss is bad, being your own boss, you'll find out just how strict you are when you're your own boss. Trust me. Yeah, you have to be really responsible because like you're the only person that you're going to let down is yourself. So it can be quite stressful. You know, the good times are good, the bad times are very stressful. But overall, personally, I prefer it. I prefer freelancing. Freelancing is what got my studio running, really. It's kind of the vibe that I ended up with, was just because I was freelancing and managed to pick up some really nice contracts, some really good ones, made a lot of connections, and was really good at networking and stuff. And as a result, like, I was getting more work than I personally could handle, so I was able to start bringing on other people to work with me on projects, and be able to pass the work on to them, really, which has been amazing. Like, it's really fun. I'm very, very lucky. I know I'm in a very privileged position that I am in right now. It's great. I worked hard for it, though. I've worked very hard for it. It's not always been sunshine and buttercups. I think Jimbo in the chat there, Mike, he knows better than anyone because he's been my friend for many years now. And he put up with many late night texts going, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? So... But yeah, freelancing's fun. I mean, at least you're not at the mercy of some CEO or board of directors who's going to lay you off at some point. So that's cool, I guess. Hello, big hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming to hang out, guys. It's a bit of a chill stream today. Normally I've got like 1,000,001 things to tell you guys about and all the rest of it, but I don't know. I feel like just kind of having a bit of a quiet one. Nice. very quiet, very peaceful. Um, okay, so how do you build up your solid core networking if one has to do freelancing? Well, since you asked, funnily enough, that is literally the topic that I talk about the most when I do talks at different universities. And why has this got symmetry on? When I do talks at universities or talks with students or whatnot, the topic is very frequently like, how do you network? How does networking work? And the follow-up question is always guaranteed the follow-up question will be, but what about if I'm an introvert? And we'll get to that. So how do you network? Well, the same way that you make friends, right? Networking is just the fancy word for making friends. It's the adult grown-up word for like making friends. And you just got to go, you got to go out. You got to go to, you know, like to make a friend in your 20s, you go to the club or the pub or the whatever else. And that's how you make friends. When you're a kid, you go to school and that's how you make friends. This is the same. So you go to where the friends are. You go to the events, you go to the live streams, you go to the Discord servers, you go to the schools, all of those things. Go to them and start talking to people. And it's as simple as that. Like, that's all you got to do is start talking to people. Networking, you know, like you're saying networking to get clients, and I get that. Most of the clients that I get because they've met me. They've spoken to me. I've spoken to them in different things. Oh, please don't spam. Why are you spamming like that? Don't be spamming like that. That's very rude. Yeah, going to all the different places is kind of the main thing. Being friendly, talking to people, being polite, not spamming your details in other people's streams. Those are all the ways that you make friends within the industry and you get to kind of present yourself. When you're networking, you kind of also need to remember that you are always on display. You are always on show. So the way you behave in front of people is important, especially if you're a freelancer. It's important. Where is this little subtool? I'm going to hide you. We don't need you at the moment. So, yeah. I mean, LinkedIn is a really good one for networking. I know. We all hate LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is good. LinkedIn is useful. It has its uses. Like, you can go and check those out. So LinkedIn is a good place if you want to start like meeting people from the industry, talking to people, all the rest of it. People in this industry are generally really, really friendly and really, really kind. So, you know, that's the nice thing about it, is that it's easy to talk to everyone in this industry because all you really have to do is go, hey, what's your favorite game? You know, we've all got gaming and movies and nerdy art things in common. So it's really easy to spark up a conversation with people. More often than not, people are willing to help you. So don't be scared of them. Just go chat. And eventually, like, one of my biggest clients that I've picked up for the studio, I went to the pub. While I was at a pub, a random guy started chatting to me. I chatted to him. We made friends. And then a few weeks later, he was like, oh, by the way, I know someone that needs your services. And then put me in touch with a new client. That's networking. That's how you do it. And then the other thing you can do, what else can you do? What else can you do about these things? Oh yeah, the follow-up question is always, but what about if I'm an introvert? Don't label yourself as an introvert. Like, it's not helping you. Go do stuff anyway. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert. You got to push yourself to do things. It doesn't matter if you are the best artist in the entire world and you're not putting yourself out there on LinkedIn, on Instagram, whatever else it is. If you're not putting yourself out there, no one's going to know you exist. So it's not going to help you very much. Why is that not working? I don't want to move points. I want to insert things. Why are you arguing with me? What have I done here? Interesting. I did something weird. Let's see. So you freelance for game studios. Who you sculpted for? Can you give me some examples? So most of the stuff I worked for was... So I studied to do games, but I ended up doing a lot of like films and TV productions, that side of things for some reason, which was interesting because I suddenly had to learn a lot about that. I'm not going to list out clients while I am on a stream because I am usually signed under an NDA for them, so I don't list these things. Please tell me my comments. See, yeah, I have no idea what you're asking for, bud, but you are spamming and clogging up the chat, which is not great. Thank you, Heather. Now I've made a friend. Nice. That's exactly the way to do it. See, you're making friends. I do talks about networking quite a lot. It's like, yeah, I do talks about networking quite a lot. If you go check out my YouTube channels, you'll find loads of little reels and videos about it and little clips about it. Because whenever I do talks for students, I tend to use that as reels because I don't have time to do anything else. But yeah, go check those out. There's some information in there that might help you. Maybe, hopefully it'll help you. Let's do Polygroup Island. How do I want to do this? I really need to think things through. At the moment, I'm just kind of mashing my way along and hoping for the best. Have you tried sculpting yourself? Absolutely not. No, God, no. Please, no. Please, God, no. No. I also don't do realism, so, you know. I always work off someone else's concept for, like, some pretty girl that I found, and that's kind of what I do. Let's see. Let's do it this way. So this is the difference between using the Move Topological brush and the standard moving brush, wherever the hell my move brush is there. So the Move Topological brush is going to allow you to literally pick on an individual vert and move according to that. And then the amount of radius is going to change that. It also means that I can select just one polygroup and mess with it, which is nice. Also, I just prefer it. I always get asked, like, why do you do it that way? It's like, I just prefer it. It feels nicer. Let's see. Did the artist give you the sketch of the character they wanted and you made it 3D? So sometimes, yeah. Sometimes people will commission me that way. Other times, if I find a concept that I like, then I'll just reach out to them and say, hey, I really like your concept. It's really pretty. Can I please use it for a thing? And then hope that they say yes. And hope that they're okay with it. More often than not, people are like, oh, yeah, let's go. Like, let's make something 3D. But, you know, you never know. Sometimes people say no. So you always want to ask permission. I'm really messing about here rather than getting this done. I feel like my angles are wrong, though. You know what? Sometimes it just doesn't work. And that's okay too. It's a problem with, like, so your 2D concepts are different to 3D concepts. Your 2D concepts often will have details that don't quite match up and don't quite work in 3D. And then you kind of have to, like, work it out for yourself and, yeah, work it out for yourself. I have a question for you, which I know depends on the situation, but for fun, if you wanted to become a 3D artist, do you quit everything, get the software and jump in 100%, or do you do it for a hobby for an hour or so a few times a week and hope something happens while still doing a full-time other job? Shit. So I studied while also having a full-time job. Which was fine. It wasn't easy though. Like it wasn't, sorry, I'm just busy thinking. Polygroup Island, Polygroup. Why is Polygroup all? I think you're not the same. Oh, you're not the same color. That's why. Shh, I was wondering why it wasn't working. Fool of a toque. Actually, what I want to do is that way anyway. No, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? So let me go back to this. Right. Do you quit your job and start studying? No, because for a start, the industry at the moment is challenging, is the word that I'm going to use for it. It's challenging. There's not a lot of jobs. There's not a lot of work out there. So be very careful before you decide that that's exactly what your heart desires. You may find that that's not the best option for you. That said, if you do want to do 3D and that is what your heart does desire, yeah, I wouldn't quit my job to start studying. You can do both at the same time, right? All things are achievable. It just depends on how much time you want to put into it. Obviously, if you're doing it as a hobby and you're doing an hour here and an hour there, you're probably not going to get particularly far. So when I was training, man, I cannot work and talk at the same time. When I was still training to do stuff, I keep screwing this up. What did I do? So I was still working a full-time job when I started studying, and I would work my full-time job. I'd work my 8 hours, and then I'd do 8 hours of sculpting after that. So I would still have I would still be working 2 jobs basically while I was studying. You got to keep working. You can't, if you spend 1 hour a day working on something, it's never going to be done. It's never going to finish. Which is why it takes me so long to get anything done, because I only work on these characters 2 hours a week. But yeah, I mean, it depends on how much time you can allow yourself to give to something. Obviously, if you have a family and a job and all the rest of it, you know, it's going to be more difficult. I was in a very luxurious position where I don't have kids. So I've got 2 cats and a husband, but they don't require my attention most of the time. So I can sit and work and focus on what I'm doing. I didn't have to worry about, you know, getting my career up and running because I already have everything that I need. So it was all right. But I guess different people will need to do it differently. And don't underestimate as well. Like if you don't have time to go and study this full time and turn it into a career, there's nothing wrong with that. Like it's fine. At least you have the joy of doing it for a hobby, which is nice. Like there's nothing wrong with being able to do this as a hobby rather than a profession. There's, you know, everyone's very quick to say that, oh, you know, if you work a job that you love, you never work a day in your life, or whatever the hell they say about that. And that's fine. Like that's cool. I hear them. But also, if you work a job that you love, the thing that you love becomes work. And then it's not fun anymore. It's not for fun. It's not a hobby. So yeah, be careful about making that switch and deciding, like, if you decide that it is what you want to be doing, be aware that when you make that switch from it being when you make the switch from it being a hobby to a career, it becomes work, basically. That's not to say that I don't love my job, because I do. Like, how bad can life be when I'm sitting and making pretty girls and monsters and things? But at the same time, it is a job. It is work. When I finish work, I don't come and sit at the computer. Like, I used to spend my weekends hanging out on a computer and all the rest of it. I don't do that anymore because I just can't. My brain is so broken now. I cannot. I don't like the shape of this. My cornucopia has gone weird. I totally agree. Yeah, right? Like, I used to be able to. Now, nah. When it gets to the weekend, I'm out of here. I'm going to go do anything that is not at a computer. I build terrariums on weekends. I plant things on weekends. I do not. Sometimes, like, I say that. If there's a really good season of Diablo out, then I'll sit and play games all weekend. But most of the time, I don't. Is AI filmmaking the next big thing? Probably. It's going to try. It's going to try. And there's probably a place for it. And I think that it will become a thing. It doesn't mean that... Oh, God. We're gonna have the talk, are we? It doesn't mean that working as an artist is not as important as it was before. Because I think that you're going to have AI films and you're going to have human-made films and you're going to have, you know, all of those splits and divides. In the same way that now we have, like, realistic films, action films, and then we have animated films. And you're going to have 2D films and you have 3D films. I think you're going to have AI films and human films. So I still think it's important to be doing art. And on top of it all, it's important to do art because art isn't just about making money. In fact, if you're getting into art because you want to make money, you're in the wrong line. You're in the wrong place, guys. If you're turning art into your career, you better be doing it because you love making art and it makes you happy and it fulfills you because that's how you get paid. You get paid in like fulfillment and happiness more than anything else. Which there's nothing wrong with. Like, if you can afford to do that, be my guest. I don't know a lot of artists out there at the moment that aren't working 2 or 3 jobs, so I gotta warn you. And even I'm working multiple things at the same time. I have multiple streams of revenue. And you learn that if you do take up freelancing as an option, you will learn to have multiple streams of revenue at all times because you have to. You absolutely have to. If one of your revenue streams just suddenly isn't there one day, what you gonna do about it? Yeah. It's been a very serious discussion that we're having today. Normally my streams are just like chatting absolute nonsense. Today is very serious. Why are you guys so serious? So we've managed to talk about AI already. Should we move on to discussing Blender? That's like the 2 things that always happens when I'm streaming. Everyone discusses AI and then we discuss Blender. Find it peaceful listening to music and working on 3D models. Yeah, exactly. I listen to podcasts a lot because I get bored of listening to music, so I'll listen to a lot of podcasts and stories. Raise his hand as I'm doing sales online and here. Yup. Yeah, everyone does it. I know people that have worked on like big budget films, like top of the line Transformers type films that are also working in Waitrose. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is absolutely, go get that money. Go get money however you get money. Like, just do it. English Mastery Pod. Hi. What else we got? Hello. What else? Does you still have a stress for the next month? What? Stress for the next month or year with that in mind? With what in mind? Oh, with AI? No. No. I mean, like, my mother always taught me that the only time to stress is the exact time that you should not stress. The only time you should panic is the exact moment you should not panic. And the same thing applies with this. Like, what's the point in stressing? If you stress about it, like, it's not going to change it. It doesn't matter. You can stress as much as you want. The course of life is going to continue. You just adapt. You just got to adapt to things and, like, see where it's going. Try and make sure that you're still relevant. Make sure that you're still practicing your art. That's it. That's all you got to do. Find other avenues of revenue and places like that. Like, if you're talking about it from a freelancing perspective, just find other areas to make money. You don't only get to be one thing when you're an artist. You're not only an artist for games. You're also an artist for everything else. So, you learn to be versatile. Like, I studied to be a stylized game artist. My first job, on the other hand, was doing a semi-realistic film. I don't say no. Sure, of course I can quickly learn how to do that. You just got to be adaptable. And that's fine. What's the best biscuit? This is a very serious question. Do you guys get Nutty Crust biscuits? Because, okay, so in South Africa, we get Nutty Crust biscuits. And they are amazing. They're like honey and oat biscuits. They're really yum. Let's talk about the best program of the world. Blender? Is Blender your favorite? Best program of the world is obviously ZBrush. I mean, to be fair, ZBrush is my favorite software. I love ZBrush. ZBrush is, it's always my favorite thing to work in. If I could do everything in ZBrush, I absolutely would. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm just busy thinking how I'm going to do this. Let's see. ZBrush is the best thing to happen in your art career. Yeah, absolutely. It's really good. ZBrush boy here forever. Yeah, good. Hype. We love ZBrush. ZBrush is fun. Like, it's such a nice software to work with as well. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on their stream. Honestly, like, ZBrush is, it's my favorite thing. I was so scared of ZBrush when I first opened and when I first got into using it. And I'm so glad that I got over that, because it's just so fulfilling and it's so freeing and there's so much you can do with it. And it opens up your career avenues so much. Like, it's just nice. It's just nice. We like it. It's nice. ZBrush, Marmoset, Substance Painter, your main three. Same. I'm actually learning texturing in Marmoset at the moment. I want to see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. You have a relationship of love-hate with Blender. She has a toxic crush you need in your life. I'm going to not answer that question. I'm not going to comment on that. Every time you start a tutorial, you end up sleeping at your desk. Okay, so I got to tell you, I am terrible when it comes to tutorials. I don't like tutorials because I don't know, maybe it's ADHD, something like that. I don't know, man. I just can't do it. That's not what I wanted at all. I've never used this tool, by the way. This slice tool that I'm busy messing with. I've never used it. I've never used slice tools. I've always just kind of made things. So I'm kind of messing around just to see what'll happen. It's not particularly useful, is it? What are you meant to use it on? Where's Ian when I need him? That didn't do what I wanted. Okay, that's not good. We don't want that one. What else can we try? What does this do? Whoa, that's not it either. How do I do, can I do a negative version of that? No, I can't. Okay, it was worth a try. I was just trying. Let's see what we got. ZBrush costs a lot of money, subscription. But you know what? You get what you pay for, right? That's the old saying. What's the other saying? If something is free, then you are the product. Wasn't that the saying that came out with like Facebook and stuff? You are the product if something is free. Anyway. You got Substance, but you haven't got into it yet. Substance is fun. Yeah, Substance is fun. We like Substance. Let's see. So my little curve tool thing was not actually actuallying. It just wasn't giving me the right vibes. We're not going to do that. That was a silly choice. Go back to my original plan. We're just going to move things around. Is my plan. I don't know how good this plan is. This might be a terrible plan. This is a terrible plan. What am I doing? This is a terrible plan. Leave that plan alone. Stupid plan. I'm busy brain deading here. Right, I'm going to take a break. I'm so sorry. Your live entertainment is going to take a 2-minute break to drink some water. I'm going to drink some water, think about what the hell I'm doing here, and then we'll get back to it. I will be back. Don't go anywhere. While I'm busy taking a break, can't find my mouse. While I'm taking a break, go and click all my links down below. Add me on LinkedIn. Add me on whatever else. Instagram. Go and follow me on different things. And that is how you network. Yay, networking. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Yo, I have returned, triumphant. Oop. All right, let's do something. What are we doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's make things. That's not what I wanted to do. Go on, hit me with all your questions. I love getting asked questions. It's fun. Don't forget to hydrate. I did actually. I mean, I don't. Well, hydrating is a question because I just had a cup of coffee. I downed some cold coffee. What are we doing now? I don't know. Who put me in charge of this? I don't want to be in charge of things. Should I do this all in one piece? Decisions. What are you going to make? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. No, we're going to make this little like collary thing. But I've just realized, so this is the thing. This is the thing. 2D people, when you're doing 2D concepts, they have a tendency to like defy the laws of physics. So here we have this lovely gold piece that goes there and it goes there and then goes up. And then somehow it's flipping on the inside as well as on the outside of this. So it's nice. We'll just do it on both, I guess. It'll be inside and outside just to make our day that much more fun. Are you South African? Yes. Yeah, I'm South African. I'm originally from Devon. Oopsie, wrong button. So I'm originally from Durban in South Africa. I now live in the United Kingdom. Why? Are you South African? Are you South African? I keep trying to make friends with South Africans. Like, are you South African as well? Please be South African. Did you sculpt using a mouse? No. Absolutely not. Look, I'm weird, but I'm not that weird. No. I knew that I needed a tablet. The first thing that I did when I initially wanted to start messing around with art was get a tablet to work with. One thing about using ZBrush, always got to save between progress. But it auto-saves for you. What are you talking about? Let it auto-save. ZBrush has got one of the best autosave features out of all of the software that I use. I can always rely on ZBrush to have an autosave whenever things crash. Woo! Do you use a screenless tablet or a screen tablet? I use a screen tablet. So I am using the XP Pen 15.6-inch Pro, I think. It's a small one. It's like that big. Little tablet. That's cool. You're South African too. Nice. Living in Mpumalanga. Amazing. I lived up in Mpumalanga for a while as well. I lived near Nelspruit. Well, not near Nelspruit. About an hour away from Nelspruit. Nice. What's the weather like? Is it nice there today? Is it cold? No, you're in summer. Is it nice? Is it raining? Did you get flooded the other day? Everything, I keep seeing news from South Africa that like South Africa's getting flooded. And I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. It's very serious. Very serious indeed. I'm going to auto group this so that it's all the same because I want it to be... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go back. I don't want it to be all the same. So what am I doing? I am going to be extruding this so that it is a nice little piece all by itself. To do that, I am going to keep creases, keep groups, and I'm also going to crease the poly groups, which is going to give me a nice crease on all of the different pieces, which is like, wee. And then, and then we are going to start zero meshing this down because it is really high poly and we don't want it to be high poly. How's your neck from using a screen tablet? Fine, because I'm used to it. Also, mine's on a... Like, mine's not flat on the table. It's on a stand. So it stands up so you can, like, lean back and look at it. Like, this is as much as I lean to look at it. It's all right. I mean, to be honest, how is my neck? Probably pretty broken. I spent 15 years as a chef. So, and as a chef, you spend all your time looking down at a table. So you stand and you look down. I think that screwed up my neck more than this has. Yay, good times. It's autumn, so it's still kind of hot. It's autumn, which means it's spring here. Because I'm having this argument that it's spring, even though it's cold. It is spring now. I declare it's spring in the UK. Pendant. I have been doing 3D for a long time and I'm still using the first Wacom I bought. Screenless and it's perfect. You don't need a screen to work and get good results. Yeah, absolutely agree. I know loads of artists that don't have screens on theirs and they're absolutely fine because then you can just draw and look at the screen in front of you. That's absolutely fine. It's absolutely doable and you can get one for a really decent price that way. I bought myself one with a screen because I'd never bought a tablet before, to be honest. And I wanted something nice and shiny because I was having a bit of a mental breakdown while I was changing my career path and throwing my life into complete disarray. So I bought myself a treat, and this was my treat, which I bought 5 years ago. And I love it. That was not a critique on your table, by the way. It was just in case person was considering buying one. No, I dig it. I love hearing people's setups and what they're using. I was speaking about this yesterday, actually, when I was on my other stream, and we were talking about like what equipment do you need to be an artist? Like what do you need to be an artist? And I was saying that it's really frustrating to hear that question because honestly, you don't need anything. you don't need anything to be an artist. You can go, I mean, you know, cave paintings are art. They did not have tablets. They had mud in their hands and it was fine. You don't need to have the most expensive thing. You don't need to have the most fancy thing. You'll be okay. It'll be fine without it. So let's see. We're going to have to do a bit of fixing on this one, I'm afraid. Boo. But it's all right. Yeah, I thought that might happen. See how low we can get this before it totally collapses in on itself. This is why I don't like doing it with two sides. I might change my plan a little bit. I'm going to try something else. It might not work. We're going to try something which may completely ruin it. You know what I'm going to do? Here's a pro tip. Pro tip from a pro artist. When you're about to do something and you're not quite sure if it's going to work, save and then duplicate the piece. So I'm just going to duplicate this piece so I've got something to work on just in case. And then I can always go back to it if I need to. If I completely wreck everything, I can go back to that one. Oh, what do we got here? Used to be a chef. Can you make sweets? I can. I worked as a pastry chef for quite a while. I was a chef. I was a chef for restaurants. I'm not allowed to say all these things. Like, I was a chef for restaurants, and I served some very nice people that were very fancy, and we made very fancy food for them, and it was nice. But I prefer doing this. This is fun. What am I doing? I am going to delete things. We are deleting my life. We're deleting Party Group Island. Let's go. Boop. Boop. There you go. So, oh, no, I lied to myself. We want to delete that one. We want the orange one gone. I want to keep the green one. What I should have done is just split it, but I didn't think that far in advance, so I didn't do that. You just need passion and creativity? Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't need to have the biggest and the best and the fanciest and the most expensive. What brought this up as a topic that people were talking about the other day was because we were discussing laptops and like setups and all the rest of it, and I was saying, like, I work on a 5-6-year-old Lenovo Legion laptop. It's an i7, and I think it's got a 2060 graphics card in it. That's what I'm running. It's not great. It's not good, but it does what I need it to do, and it's fine. I'm not going to spend money on upgrading it until I absolutely have to. What was I doing? Huh? Why are you being a dick? It's okay, that's not what I wanted anyway. See if I care. Let's do... I'm trying to work out how to fix this without causing everything to collapse. What I want is a line running there to there, obviously. But it's not going to give me that because it wants to be difficult. So we are going to have to fix that geometry. Yay! How am I going to fix that geometry? Good question. I'm going to start by deleting some faces that we don't need. Delete single polys. So we're going to delete these guys to begin with. And then I'm going to start by... What am I going to do? Extrude. Edge loop. Between. It's like old school retopology in Blender. Blender. ZBrush. ZBrush, Blender. Same thing. Costs the same, right? Sorry. I didn't mean that. Okay, it doesn't want to connect properly. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get it to connect a different way. Oh, I see why it's being an ass. I see now. Now I understand why. I get it. I wonder if I can just delete that. Do you think I can? No. Oh, this is so annoying. This is why you don't want to do, like, complex ones. It would be so much easier if this was just a simple piece. I wonder if it might be easier just to delete these guys for now, because we don't need them. Delete that for now. It's so annoying when you get something like this. It's like, oh, I've got to solve for X. I don't want to solve for X. I think I'm going to cheat. It's going to be easier if I just, like, do it in small pieces. Also use a cheap Wacom Intuos, but always end up using the iPad with its ZBrush version. It's also pretty nice. Yeah, it is. The ZBrush on iPad is really nice. What I like about it is that in summer I can go sit outside. That is the biggest perk for me, is being able to just, like, go outside. Yeah, but might stress you if you're looking to buy RAM. Oh god, yeah, let's not talk about the RAM situation at the moment. That's the one thing that I did do to my laptop, was I increased the amount of RAM that I have in it, which is great. I'm glad that I did it when I did it, because otherwise we'd be in a very different situation. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Why are you doing this? Don't know why I did that. I'm not sure. Today is clearly not my day for sculpting. Some days I have good days of sculpting, and some days I just don't. And today is one of the days where I'm just not having a good day for sculpting, which is fine. It happens. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this the way that I normally do it, because I don't like what I was doing there. It was being overly complicated for no reason. So we're gonna do it the nice simple way instead. Hey, we're back where we started. Nice. You have the sculpting streaming days as well. Yeah, incidentally, it's always when I'm streaming that I'm like, how do I actually do this? What am I doing? Why is everything such a mess? Right when I want people to think I'm cool, I manage to screw it up. I'm glad it's not just me though. It's nice. That's good. I feel a bit better now. Yeah, like if I'm sitting by myself and doing stuff, no problem. I can just chill and do whatever it is that my heart desires. The moment I'm in front of people, things are going to go wrong. It is the way. Everyone, shh, I'm concentrating. Oh, fuck, wrong thing. Wait a minute. How many polygroups do we have? That's concerning. Who's that guy over there? Who are you, friend? Let's fix that. I knew it was too good to be true. Hidden pieces. Very bad. Let's delete a single poly. Let's do that. I found it. Cool. Getting back to this. To clean edges. So what I'm trying to do here is just tidy up the edge so that it's like really nice and easy to work with. I'm also going to go in and delete every second edge loop because we want nice topology. Nice topology will save you many problems down the line. Also, the less topology that you have, the straighter your lines are going to come out. And the less like blobby everything is going to end up looking. So we want nice lines. We want nice topology. This is stylized. She has to be very pretty and sleek and elegant and all of those things that I am not. Now, let us move. There-ish. Oh, we got questions again. Yee. It says when you started ZBrush for the first time, don't. That first time that I streamed for ZBrush Live was terrifying. Talking about screwing things up, that's what I always do with my stylized female characters. No! Female characters are so much fun to work with. They're nice. I do mentoring, just throwing that out there. If you're looking for someone to teach you, hit me up after class. Have you got any advice in regards to sculpting a character for games? Like, does it have to be sculpted in a certain way in order to rig properly or something like that? Sculpted in A pose. So, do you want it to be A pose? That's about it for the sculpt. Be careful how you do your clothing. You want your layers to be like really close. Like this gap over here would be, that would be a mistake. You don't want that. You want it to be touching up against one another so that when you do retopology, you can retopologize all of that into one great big piece, because you want to optimize your mesh at the end of it. Your biggest thing that you're going to be focusing on for games is optimization, which is part of the retopology stage, but you need to think of that in advance. So you need to think in advance of like which piece is going to be baked onto what and how it's going to be created and how it's going to be baked. So you'll see, like I've spoken about it in other streams before. Being nice to yourself when you sculpt is important, because you try to be nice to yourself when you're sculpting. Think about what future you is going to have to do next on the pipeline, and what future you is going to have to fix to be able to get it to work. So you want things to be nice and clean and tidy and good. Otherwise, future you is going to have a problem to deal with. And if you're working for a studio and it's not even future you that's going to be doing it, trust me, future you will get fired if you hand something over to someone else and it's shit. So you do want to think about like making sure that it's easy to do retopology and whatnot. Greetings from Kiev. Hi! Yeah, go Kiev. Thank you for recommending the program for review. I will join your cozy stream. Yay! Come and join us. We do like a cozy stream here. We are very cozy. This is a very chill stream today. It's nice, actually. I like streaming. The first time I started streaming, I was terrified. It was so scary. You guys are scary. But yeah, I've gotten used to it now. And now, like, I love it. I love getting to talk to people from around the world and getting to interact with you all. And it's just nice. Like when I first started streaming, I was so scared that if I made a mistake, people were going to see me making a mistake and how bad that was going to be. And now I'm like, hey guys, I keep screwing things up. Let's go. Already connected on LinkedIn. Yeah, nice. Hitting off an Insta follow. Let's go. Yay. Come and hang out with me guys. I'm friendly, mostly. For the most part, I'm friendly. Let's uncrease all. Let's crease again. So, now that I've done that, I've got like all of these nice clean edges, which makes it much easier to be working with. And I'm going to crease this. This is what I should have done to start with. I don't know why I was trying to be complicated. I think I was just trying to show off, which I was trying to show off, and that was a mistake. And now we are going to, I'm going to extrude. But I'm going to extrude outwards to begin with. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is also, so I've got transparency mode on just so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And then I'm going to extrude this way as well, because we want it to be on the other side, because for some reason that's how the artist decided that it needed to be. So by doing that, we're going to get rid of that weird little lumpy bit that you would otherwise get. We'll tuck everything in as well, obviously, but we haven't got there yet. I forgot to crease this edge. Boop. Let us crease. Let us crease. I should have fixed that before I did these things. Very naughty. Actually, I might just do that because it is literally easier. So I'm just kind of lining everything up. It just, again, it saves future me from having to fix it. And sometimes it's easier to just go back and redo it than to fight your way through something. Life is short. Don't be fighting your way through things. It's no point. Have we got ghost mode on? I think we do. Yeah. Cool. If we got ghost mode on, that means that I can do this. Whoa. Ba-da. So now, if we switch this off, we've got an edge. Yay. What's your favorite genre? For books? For films? Or for games? And why is it horror? Actually, no, that's not true. My favorite genre for games is like ARPGs, hack and slash games. Silly games like that. My favorite genre for movies is horror. Art the Clown, everyone. Favorite genre for books is, I don't know, I read everything. I love books. I'm currently reading like a weird sci-fi book. It's good. It's nice. I like to read books before I go to sleep at night. Helps me not think. Sort of. But yeah, I love horror stuff as well. Like, I'm a massive horror nerd. Love a good horror movie. Yeah. That Windows button is the bane of my existence. It annoys me so much. Are you also an ARP nerd? Nice. What are you playing at the moment? Which one are you on? I'm currently addicted to Diablo. Although I'm taking a break between now and the expansion coming out. Just so that I have time to get excited about it again, really. My favorite game went off Hemboy Futa House. No. No, get out. Isn't that just Final Fantasy 14? Pretty sure that's Final Fantasy 14. Okay, so now that I've poked around at this, fairly mindlessly I might add, what I'm going to do is just make it look cute. And we're going to make it look cute by doing this. Whoa! Whoop. Whoa! Swing. And then if we do that, and do that, whoa, don't do that. Helps if we crease things. We must crease the edge loop. Crease. Do you like K-drama? You're Korean. I don't. I'm not really a, like, I don't know. I don't watch romancy love things. Unfortunately. I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters, does that count? We all love that. Everyone loves that. That's what we all love. Directly coming from someone's dreams. Hey, Sandman. I thought you were trying to reference Metallica. Right, now we can do the thing. Dynamic! Oh my god, it's so dynamic. Let's change that to a 3 and a 4. And I think that's holding up the integrity that I need. And then we'll just sharpen it a bit. And hey, she's got a cute little edge on the one thing. Nice. Now we just have to do all the edges on everything else. That's right, guys. We're going to be edging for days. I'm going to get fired for saying that on the stream. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ian. I apologize. My sincere apologies. Alrighty. So now I can start deleting all that geometry that I messed around with earlier that didn't work out for me. Yeah, we like that one. We don't like these ones. Delete. Delete, delete, delete. Andre, if you tell on me, I'm going to be so angry with you. Heather was being weird on her stream. It was weird. It's always weird. My streams are never normal. Ah, Knight of Seven Kingdoms. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't got there. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I just haven't done it yet. I don't watch a lot of TV because it's just another screen. And literally by the end of the day, when I've been staring at screens for as long as I do, I don't ever want to see another screen. So I would rather... That's why I read books. Like, I actually only recently got a Kindle. Prior to that, everything's just been actual books. Actual booky books. So, yeah. But I try not to. Like, I do puzzles and stuff in the evenings. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. I build things and I make stuff in the evenings. Also TV, like I don't know, maybe it's ADHD, maybe it's Maybelline, but I can't sit and watch TV without having something else to do at the same time because it just gets really boring really quickly. So I'll sit and make stuff. Like there's a little library book nook thing that I made over there, which is cute. So I've got another one of those to build. Or I plant plants and I grow things and I make terrariums. And I'm currently obsessed with terrariums though, because why am I obsessed with terrariums? Oh, because I want a pet praying mantis. I want to get a little orchid mantis and put it in there because they're cute and cute. They're just cute little creepy things. Yes, I'm spending forever doing this. I don't know why. Legos. I can't afford a Lego. No one can afford Legos anymore. When I was back in my day, when I was a child, Lego was cheap. Now, they're so expensive. Why is it so expensive? It's plastic. It's recycled plastic bags, guys. Why is it so expensive? My husband does Lego though. I don't. Let's see if this works. Let's see if my cunning plan works. It might not. What have we got? What have we got? Cool character. Yeah, the concept's really cool. The concept's amazing. I got this concept from... Where did I get this concept from? ArtStation. And I have no idea what the artist's name is, but it is from a school. Unfortunately, it's all, like, I can't read. But it was from the school... Oh, God, I can't remember the name of the school. I gotta look it up. I'll have to look it up. Can't remember. I feel terrible that I don't remember it. I'll link it later so that you guys can find it. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful concept. A friend of mine did this guy that's here. That's the other part of this. So he did the male character. I'm doing the female character. And then we're going to put them into a scene together and let them fight. Fight to the death. But yeah, she's cool. It's nice. It's very nice. Really good concepts. Schwink. Lego is expensive. Yeah, it is. It's really expensive. Hope you complete the character. I will complete this character. We are going to do our start to finish live on streams. So all of the ZBrushing stuff will be done on these streams. Everything else will be done on my other streams over on Firestorm Studio on Twitch and YouTube. My previous character that I did was also all done on stream. So if you want to see the other character that I'm working on, which is the marionette boss with the original concept by Catherine Bartlett. That one, all of the streams are between the two different channels, so you'll be able to catch up on both of those. She's currently in texturing over on Firestorm Studio, and she will also be rigged and animated, and I think that's going to get streamed as well. So that'll be fun. I'm not going to rig her, and I'm not going to animate her. People from my team are going to do it, because I don't rig and I don't animate. That's something I unfortunately noticed with ArtStation accounts for unis and studios. A lot of them don't credit the actual artist half the time. Yeah, that's true. Always be crediting, guys. Always be crediting. Did you also do retopology? I did on my other character. I will eventually for this one as well. Yes. Always do the retopology. It reminds me a bit of Riven from League of Legends. I don't know League of Legends characters. I'm bad at these things. It's the same as like I love Overwatch characters. I based a lot of my art on Overwatch characters. I've never played Overwatch, so I don't know what the characters are and what their names are and if they're good or bad. I just like them. They're just pretty. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Yay! Right, who wants to take bets? Is this going to work? Is my cunning plan going to actually function? Let's find out. What am I doing? Split hidden, yay! Will you use ZBrush Retopo Brush or Topogun or Maya or what? Good question. I might do pieces of it in ZBrush and do the retopology, some of it in here. The majority of it is going to be over in Maya though. So yeah, I use Maya for retopology. I just find it easier. It's easy. So I'll use that instead. The retopology brush in ZBrush is pretty good, but not for a full character. There's things that it's not quite hitting the mark on for me. It might just be me. It might just be that I don't understand how to use it. It's very, very possible. Before I start messing around with this, I'm going to mark these creases that I want to keep. Crease polygroup. Oh no, it's going to make me redo things again. No. It's fine. That did not work the way I wanted it to. If you're busy remeshing and it blows up your mesh like that, do not panic. It will be okay. Just redo it. And don't forget you can hit zero mesh a few times. So if you don't like the response you get, the result you're getting out of it, you can always just redo it. Whoa, not like that though. Okay, this one really doesn't want to do what I want it to do. I'm not surprised because it's a really silly shape that I've chosen. But we're going to do it anyway. Oh, you know what? It might also be because I forgot to hit the magic buttons. Keep creases, keep groups. Zero mesh. Oh God. Oh God, I'm breaking everything. I think that's probably as good as it's gonna get. What can I do here? I'm going to collapse this edge. Collapse. Hey. No. No. Oh God. You. Collapse. Oh Jesus. ZBrush, please. Please behave yourself. Just try to behave yourself while I'm on stream. Just try your best. It's gonna be okay, baby. You'll be alright. Everyone still thinks you're cool. Right, since you don't want to do what I want to do, we are going to stitch. You. My brain wasn't working very well. Quadro, my beloved. Yes. Yes. Love you, stream. Thank you so much. Can you answer a question? I can try. I will try to answer your question. I don't promise anything, but I'll try my best. Yeah, man, Quattro is really good. Like, it just works. It does the job and it does it well. It just does it. It's nice. Can't complain about it. If I use Pirated Maya, for example, for a game, could a company tell that I use a cracked version of their software? Yes, it is traceable. It's very traceable. They can find out. Be careful about that, guys. Be careful about it. Also, be very careful. There's a lot of weird shit these days. Like, installing cracked things, you are looking to have problems. I get it, and life is expensive, but man, there's some bad people out there, and there's some nasty viruses you're going to pick up, so just be careful. But yes, to answer the question very quickly and easily, yes, they absolutely can tell. So, don't. I mean, also it's up to them to check. They might not bother, but... There's serious thoughts going on about what I'm doing here. Polygroup, polyloop. This is not what I wanted. Curse you. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go... No, you don't go anywhere. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. Just gonna go and fix all of this retopology. Retopology? Topology. We're fixing things. We're fixing things because if we don't fix things, bad things will happen. How thick is this? Yeah, it's too thick. Solo. Very serious thinking going on here. Bear with me. Do polygroup, polyloop. Let's try this. Not that way. That way. Not that. No. This way? Oy vey. ZBrush, sometimes. Sometimes. You're very mean to me. Okay, let's do that. Just kind of want to see where it's sitting at the moment. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? It's okay though, because Empress Teramuso has joined us. Finally, where have you been? You're late. Rude. Unacceptable. How dare you? Is Heather yapping instead of arsing again? Absolutely. I have absolutely... In fact, I've made it my mission to yap twice as hard from now onwards, and everyone can just deal with it. There will be bonus amounts of yapping. In fact, today I can tell you that we have done negative amounts of art. Like, I really do think that this has been negative. Everything that I've done today, I've had to go back and fix. So it's pretty much negative art has happened. Sorry about that, everyone. I promise I'm trying my best. It's just failing. And don't worry, because later today, after the stream, don't forget to check out Ian. Ian will be streaming, and he actually knows what he's talking about, so you can watch him instead. You can hang out with me for the yaps, hang out with Ian for the actual art. I won't cry, it's okay. So when I was doing something just to delete it and restart, yeah. It happens to everyone, you know, that's part of it. It's part of the deal. You get to Yeah. You get to drive yourself insane by redoing things over and 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 over. It's good. Okie dokie. I think we're kind of getting somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if we're getting somewhere anymore. I've kind of given up on trying to get anywhere. Move points. We're gonna move you there. I'm gonna move you there. We are going to crease things. No, not delete. Crease. Crease you. Crease that, and then crease this guy at the back. Is it gonna work? Let's find out. Extrude. Extrude, polygroup all. Let's do that so we can see what we're doing. Whoop. That way. Very, very nice. Actually, wait, before we do that, let's fix things. Let us fix. No, not like that. Like that. Ah, very good. Very nice. You still yapping. How dare you? You know I'm still yapping. I wish they'd bring back Perpetual. I would drop dollars immediately. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. We know. I mean, yeah, I know. At least I actually drop updates, though. Some other softwares don't. Like, you don't get any updates, and then you're still paying every month. So I don't mind paying for subscriptions if there's updates that are coming through on a regular occasion. Because, you know, there's a bunch of very tired developers that have been working on it. And that's cool. I'm happy to help pay their bills and pay for their salaries and stuff like that, because they deserve it. But what annoys me is if I'm paying for a sub on something and they never update any of the software. That irritates me. Big ol' amounts. Let's crease that one. Actually, let's not crease that one. Let's crease that one. Let's delete that. Delete this one. No! No! What am I doing? Why am I deleting things? Delete edge. Why are you deleting everything when I delete the edge? What are you doing? You know what? Let's go to insert. Just delete it that way. Much better. Let's do that. Do that. Do that. Don't know how much I like this, but you know, if it's gonna work, then that's fine, I guess. We're gonna do a bit of rearranging here. Let's turn that off so we can see what we're doing. Empty. I think it's because I made the collar so thick to begin with. I shouldn't have gone that thick on it. Oh well. Oh well. Such is life. We can always adjust that rather. We'll just delete it. We'll delete it so no one knows. We'll just hide it. That's my ultimate strategy. We'll just hide everything. No one will ever know because they'll never see it. I'm gonna come into the stream next week with a whole new character and gaslight you into thinking that we were doing something else. How did the puppet turn out? Is she still a work in progress? She's getting worked on over on the other channels. So she's currently... oh shit. That was not what I wanted to do. Hold on. She's currently getting textured. So if you want to catch up on that, I will be streaming tomorrow over on Firestorm Studio, where you can find out how to do a texture. Very fun. Very exciting stuff, isn't it? What is this? What is this? What did I do here? What is going on? That's the one we want. That's the one we don't want. Delete, delete. Don't delete, don't delete. You keep missing those streams. They are recorded. Haha. Do we get cross chat? What do you mean cross chat? Between where? Yes? Maybe? Yes? Save. Okay, fine. It's a good shot, actually. Oh shit, I've just realized that it's like the end of my stream in 5 minutes. Sorry guys, today's stream has just been me rambling and breaking stuff. I have not gotten very much done today. It's been slow going. But you know what? Slow going is still going. I really don't like her face. We're going to be working on that face. I can sense it. That face and me, we're not getting on. I don't like it. But anyway. Good. And you're my fire. You're my fire. Rawr. You mean if the chat goes to YouTube chat? Yeah, it does. Yeah. So if you come across, you'll get YouTube chat as well as Twitch and YouTube. Hello, how are you? I'm good. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna stop messing around with this. I don't think we got particularly far, but oh, boobs. But you know what? Any progress is still progress, and that's fine. Let's work on this again next week. English is your first language. You wouldn't believe it, but yeah, it is. English is my first language, and I still fall over my words all the time. I speak English, Afrikaans, a little bit of French, and a little bit of Zulu, but little bits. So yeah, I'm gonna drop this, but we're good. Thank you so much to everyone who came to hang out today. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate getting the opportunity to stream with ZBrush Live. Thank you very much to Maxon and ZBrush Live for letting me come and hang out and play with you guys. It makes me incredibly happy every week to be able to talk to you and just kind of hang out. Don't forget to go and like and subscribe and do all the things. Click all the buttons for Maxon. Don't forget to check out all of their incredible artists. There's some absolutely amazing people that are going to be streaming straight after me. So later on today, I know we have got Ian, Mr. IR Sculpts himself. So you can check out his stream. And you can also see, I think A Cubed is going to be here later. Ashley, she makes monsters. It's brilliant. So yeah, the stream is popping off today. Otherwise, come and check me out on Firestorm Studio. All of the links are down below. Click on them, add me to stuff, come say hi, join our Discord. You know the drill. Without anything else, hello, my fire, I'm well. It is Wednesday, closer to Friday. Love that attitude. That's how I feel too. I keep saying we should celebrate Wednesdays because it's midweek. You know, like midsummer, midwinter, midweek. It's fun. But yeah, don't forget to be good, guys. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. And go and touch some grass. I will see you either tomorrow on Firestorm Studios. Come on. Or I'll see you next week where we'll continue working on this girl. And maybe I'll actually get somewhere with her. Who knows? I'll see you later, guys. Bye.